On the EUMETSAT infrared image for the 27th, which is Monday this week, we see a cloud band over the northeastern parts of the country, some thunder showers over especially Limpopo. There were a few also over Mpumalanga, parts of northwest and Gauteng. These were mostly isolated in nature, but there were some more substantial thunder showers a bit further to the east. It was dry over most of the country. One can also see these broken clouds towards the south. There's a low pressure system. We have those westerly winds, and because of that feature in the climate at this stage, or in our circulation patterns, it is rather dry over large parts of the interior. This is rainfall expressed as the percentage of the long-term mean for the period 1 September to 21 October. We see that we had above average rainfall over much of the central parts of the country, including parts of the grain production area. But north of this region indicated where it rained a bit more than the average. We see that it's been quite dry over large parts of Gauteng, western parts of Mpumalanga, large parts of northwest, also the northern parts of the Free State. Over the winter rainfall region, we also didn't see above average rainfall there. Even though we had a few cold fronts over the region, we didn't see much in the form of rainfall. During the last 10 days, from the 17th to the 26th of October, it remained quite dry over the western parts of Mpumalanga, southern Gauteng, large parts of southern northwest, and the northern parts of the Free State. So most of the stations in this area, and this is based on the weather data from the Agricultural Research Council, received less than 20 millimeters of rain, or most of them even less than 10 millimeters of rain during this period. Further to the north, we saw higher totals up to the 40s in some places, and also further to the south, we see areas had in the 30s or 40 millimeters and more over parts of these eastern parts of the Free State. We will be influenced by a bit of upper air instability during the next few days associated with upper air troughs, especially moving over the southern parts of the country. We should see some thunder showers over the grain production area as well, especially the northern parts of that region, including most of Mpumalanga and northwest and the Gauteng area. We should see some locations receiving more than 20 or 30 millimeters of rain, and even up to 50 millimeters of rain. The rain will be in the form of thunder showers, so there will be an uneven distribution of rainfall. So some areas will have less and some areas will receive more rain. At this stage, up to the 5th of November, we see that the forecast models don't see a lot of rain further towards the south, but that can change from day to day depending on where exactly the best convection happens and the thunder showers develop. One can also see that we will have some rain over the southwestern parts of the country. That will again be a cold front moving into the interior, associated with the fact that we have a bit further northward shift in the westerly winds, providing us with somewhat drier conditions at time over the country, and then also regular cold fronts. Even though we don't see very much rainfall associated with these systems, we do see regular rain over that region, even though it's only light showers. The cold front will also be responsible during the next few days as it moves through the southwest and western parts of the interior for drier air being advected into the interior. On a day-to-day basis, this is for Tuesday the 28th of October, most of the thunder showers will be in this region of the northwest into the northern Free State and southern Mpumalanga. There will be also a chance of the development of severe storms in this area. That is just typical for this time of the year, also a result of the upper air winds and also dry air towards the west of the storms, and that may enhance a bit of more severe activity in these storm systems during the day and evening. On Wednesday the 29th, larger areas should receive some thunder showers. Thunder showers will also spread somewhat further west into the parts of the Northern Cape, and especially over these western parts of the region, we should see more thunder showers that can become severe as well over this specific region. Also again associated with the same typical situation of dry air also interacting with the storms further to the east. Southwestern parts of the country will remain dry, and we also see the far northeastern parts of the country should remain dry during this period. On Thursday, 30 October, thunder showers should continue over the interior, but it will mostly be of an isolated nature. The southwestern parts of the country should be quite dry. We will see an intensification of the rainfall system over the country on Friday, the 31st of October. Some of these thunder showers indicated over the Free State will have a tendency to become severe. The reason for that is that we will have a new upper air system also interacting with the weather over the interior. We'll also have drier conditions. As you can see, there will be some rain over the southwestern parts of the country, and that will be associated with a cold front. Ahead of this cold front, we will see some strong northwesterly winds over the interior. This will create very high temperatures in the southeast, over the Eastern Cape. And then these thunder showers again towards east of the drier area will have an enhanced tendency to become severe, and they will be more widespread than the previous days. With dry air moving into the country as a result of the cold front, we will see clearance taking place over most of the interior, where it will be dry and cool. It will be quite hot over the far northeastern parts of the country, and this is on Saturday the 3rd of November, and thunder showers will shift towards the northeastern parts of the interior. We will also have some rain along the coast as the cold front moves up towards the east. So to summarize, this week up to the 3rd of November, next week we will see from this week to next week up above average rainfall on average over the northeastern parts and central parts of the interior, including the summer grain production area. And then we will also see normal conditions to dry conditions over the southern parts of the country. Looking further ahead into that second week of November, the indication for wet conditions over the country is somewhat weaker. We still see an expectation of somewhat wetter conditions over the interior, but this is not a strong signal. So there's not a strong signal for very much wet conditions as we go into November at this stage. We also see somewhat wetter conditions towards the northeast of the country. Usually this is not a very good indication of above average rainfall for most of our interior. Just quickly summarizing for extreme temperatures, in red we see areas expecting higher than 35 degrees Celsius as their highest temperature during the next few days. Over these areas, central to southeastern parts of the country, that will be on Friday when the cold front moves into those western parts, and we will have those northwesterly winds. So that could be also conducive to veld fires where there is dry vegetation. Over the northeastern parts of the country, we should see very hot conditions on Saturday as the frontal system moves over the interior, over the central parts of the country as well, and we will see a bit more offshore flow in the northeastern parts, and it should become quite hot over these far northeastern parts of the country on Saturday. And what about frost? As we move into the weekend, the cold front moving into the country will result in cool and dry conditions, and as indicated here, over the high-lying parts, those mountainous areas in the south, and even into Lesotho maybe, we could see isolated areas with frost on Saturday or Sunday morning associated with that cold front. At least at this stage, it doesn't seem that the cold air will be strong enough and cold enough to move or to result in frosty mornings over the summer grain production area, and also not along the Orange River at this stage. These cold conditions with frost at this stage are indicated over those high-lying areas in the south and southwest. We will give a more comprehensive overview of expected conditions and also look a bit more long-term at these in our Cumulus newsletter that should be available later this week.
"2010 was described as the decade of disruption. Smartphones, wearables, technology built to last. So why don't we build everything that way? Luckily, there is a group of people that still believe in this way of thinking. For over 10 years, they've helped farmers build lasting futures with crop insurance that stands firm when it matters most. AgriSeker.
We are where you are.
An authorized FSP underwritten by Landbank Insurance Company.